in the headlines. LeBron's Lakers may have the biggest spotlight on them. The team looks to integrate its reworked roster of veterans, while the biggest question mark obviously being how former MVP Russell Westbrook will work playing alongside the King. We're now joined by First Things First co-host Chris Broussard. Chris, will LeBron and company win it all with Russ as the new point guard?
No. And if they do win it all, Russ will only be the point guard in name only. I mean, there's no way they're winning the championship with Russ as the primary decision maker. All right, that has to be LeBron James. I'm telling you guys, I was so relieved in the preseason when I saw LeBron bringing the ball up court, because he was kind of playing like he always has, and they're going to need him to do that. Look, I saw some good things with Russ off the ball. Like they had him doing backdoor cuts and things like that. They could be really good with that because with his athleticism, he could be a great cutter and mover off the ball. So I think they need to do a lot of that. But they can't win it with him being the primary decision maker. Now, if you ask me who wins the West, the field or the Lakers, I would take the field, because I think so much has to go right for the Lakers. But if you force me to pick one team, then I'm going with the Lakers based on sheer talent. If LeBron and Anthony Davis are healthy, with or without Russ, I think they're the best team in the West, and they have a shot at winning it. So I'm going with the Lakers in the West, but there's a lot of questions that I have. Number one is the health, which is legitimate because of the age and Anthony Davis's injury history. Two is the chemistry. How does it fit with Russ and LeBron? Either of those guys off the ball, how are they working? Then the spacing and the shooting. All right, I don't think they have enough shooting. I know Kendrick Nunn, Wayne Ellington. At the end of games, they're going to have LeBron, AD, and Russ on the floor. So that means the other two guys might be shooters. Might be. What if it's Dwight Howard? Now you got, one shooter out there? What if it's Carmelo Anthony out there? So they don't have enough shooting. And if I'm an opponent, I am backing down in the paint, daring, begging LeBron, Russ, and AD to shoot threes. And I'll contest on the other. If they got two other shooters out there, I'll contest on them. But the other three, I might not even contest. I'll contest a little on LeBron. But Russ, I'm just challenging his manhood. I'm really challenging his ego and just giving him 7 feet. Go ahead and shoot it. Go ahead. And I'm going to challenge AD as well if he wants to float out there. So I think they're going to have challenges with their spacing, but I'm going to trust with their ability, their talent on that team, and LeBron, that they can figure it out at least enough to get out of the West.
Man, I'm looking at...
I love that.
I'm looking at the last two champions, 2019 and 2020. Who was knocking down late threes for the Bucks? Who was knocking down late threes for the Lakers? Both of those teams was terrible three-point shooting teams, especially come playoff time.
Milwaukee was 5th in the league.
In the regular season.
Milwaukee was 5th in the league in threes last year.
In the regular season.
Regular season.
How were they playing the postseason?
They missed them in the playoffs, but they were capable.
Okay.
Right.
The Lakers are capable. Carmelo Anthony is capable of making three. The only one that's really not capable, has shown over the course of his career, not capable of knocking down threes at a consistent level, is Russ. He's streaky. Skip, he might go going...
Streaky?
Yeah, but I'm saying...
You're giving him way too much credit.
He might hit 8 in a game.
At best.
He might hit 8 in one game, Chris, and then come back, go 1 for 11 the next game. That's how he is. Okay, so he comes and he goes. More times he's going than coming. I'm going to take the Lakers in the West because I believe, as you said, with AD and LeBron, out of the West, I believe they have the two best players. You take anybody else in the West, if their two best players, the Lakers' two best players are better. And if you take their third option, I would say Russ is better than their third option. Now, the question is, it's going to take some time for the simple fact these pieces really don't go together. But if anybody can shave it down and make squares fit in the round holes, it's Go James. Because he's good at that, Skip. Oh, yeah, you ain't know that? Keep a toolbox on him. Grind it down, shape it, and now all of a sudden the pieces fit. You come out here all upset, saying he got lucky. But I don't want to hear any of that.
I'm going to take... By the way, Russ's head is made of concrete. You cannot shave it
we
down.
shave concrete. No. We'll make it fit. We'll make it fit. We'll make it fit. But look, It's going to take some time. And I think the thing is, Chris, you know this. Russ has done everything individually he can possibly do. The only thing that can fill out his resume and make it complete is a championship. What's different is, I don't know if Russ has ever been the third best player on any team at any level he's played for. He's the third best player. He's going to be the third option. And so now it's not enough, because once he got that triple-double, won the MVP, he made the triple-double obsolete. So we don't hold the triple-double nearly as valuable as we do before Russ broke Oscar's record in the regular season. So now, Russ, can you contribute without getting triple-doubles being a solo act? I believe he can, because I know what LeBron James is a hypnotist. He can convince guys to do things they wouldn't normally be able to do. Yeah.
Really?
You're sleepy.
Hey.
You're going to hit this shot.
He is just going to try the ultimate challenge. Russell is unhypnotizable. You know it, and I know it.
You're a hater.
I'm not.
You want bad things to happen to us.
I don't. I love to watch Russ play, but not for your Lakers. And my mind is still blown, back to Chris's initial points. My mind is boggled by the fact that LeBron James, the king, is handing the keys to the kingdom to Russell Westbrook to be his point guard and primary decision maker. And I agree with Chris. It cannot last. It cannot happen. LeBron is still the best point guard in the league. He's still the best passer in the league. He still has the highest IQ in basketball, and he has to quarterback this team.
He will.
And if you do, really, you're going to teach the old dog new tricks? Russ, we need you to cut. We need you to move.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, it might last a game here, a game there, but it's not who he is. I'm sorry, he only knows one speed, and it's 100 miles an hour with the ball in his hand, dribbling it off his foot out of bounds.
Oh, he'll give us some pace.
Look what he did in the preseason. Russ had 23 preseason turnovers. It led the league by far. Next was Ja with 17 turnovers. I was horrified watching him because it started to get contagious, and LeBron had a 7-turnover half. 7 turnovers and a half by the king. It was just so unsightly. It was so uncharacteristic. It was so wrong.
We're getting it out of our system. Haven't you heard about that, Skip? Get it out your system?
I guess so. Look, Russ is must-see TV because he is all about the TD. He's about the triple-double. I've never seen anything like it. I would have bet my life on nobody could average a triple-double 4 out of 5 years. It's impossibly great. But it's solo act great. It is stat machine great, and that's who he is and what he wants to be. And he is coming home. This is his stage. He was born, he believes, to be the point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers because he grew up a diehard Laker fan. Now he even has a doc that dropped on Friday night. Passion play, Russell Westbrook. It'll go to his head. He's got a huge head already. He's fueled by egomania in a good way because he is a stat machine, first of all. And how do you blend that into what LeBron wants to do and where he wants to get? It's impossible.
Watch it.
It will not work. It will not fit. You know it, and I know it. And yet I love the rest of the roster. I really do. They picked up Avery Bradley. He's a sweet pickup because he really worked for the 2020 Lakers. He opted out of the bubble. But who made the biggest threes, the bubble-licious threes? Who made them? Rondo made them. He made shot after big shot. Well, how much run is he going to get with Russ? Is Russ going to sit still literally on the bench for Rondo to take some of his minutes? No, they're going to clash right away. You know it and I know it.
That's what you hope.
Okay? If LeBron takes the keys back down the stretch and says, I got this, let me take it home. What do you do with Russ? Because his man's just going to scoff at him and fall back into the paint and make it impossible for LeBron and AD to operate in the paint. You're going to have an extra defender just daring Russ to shoot.
We will figure it out.
Okay, and Russ can be a liability on defense. He can disrupt, but he's not going to lock down, guard anybody.
Man, they say the same thing about James Harden. James Harden couldn't play no team basketball. He's an ISO player. He can never play. And lo and behold, what happened, Chris? Is James Harden playing the same style of basketball? Is James Harden playing the same style of basketball in Brooklyn that he played in Houston? Why not? Because he had other players around him that he realized that, you know what, I don't have to do all this.
Okay.
Yeah, but Harden is more skilled than Russ. Like, when you go back to when the three of them, KD, Harden, and Russ, were in OKC, when they were all three on the floor together, Harden had the basketball. He was like the point guard.
Yeah.
He just played in Houston that way because of Mike D'Antoni, but yeah, I don't think Russ can make that type of adjustment.
He can. He played off it before. He'll do it again.
Okay, so my prediction is this is going to be Kevin Durant's year from start to finish. I got KD MVP, and I got the Nets winning it all. I'll get to who they're going to be playing, but I got the Nets winning it all because I think this team, even without Kyrie, is very deep and very good. And I think Sean Marks did an extraordinary job of reassembling this roster because when you add Patty Mills and Millsap and bring back LaMarcus and James Johnson and then all the depth that you'd already established with Blake and Bruce Brown, Nicholas Claxton, Joe Harris, and then that kid Cam Thomas could just shoot the lights out. He was the Summer League MVP as the 27th overall pick. Right?
Hey, Chris, you remember Joe Harris could shoot the lights out, too, until the lights came on and they got really bright. You know, as you go deeper in the playoffs, the lights get brighter.